Voice low and chilling, the screen is black. Did you really think fashion forgot me? Miranda Priestly's voice slices through the silence. Suddenly, flashbulbs explode. A model falls on the runway. A designer screams backstage. Social. Media posts flicker across the screen. Fashion is dead. Runway is irrelevant, Miranda Priestly. Where is she now? A close-up of a fashion magazine being shut down. The cover fades to white, then heels click. A silver-haired silhouette appears in a glass office, turning slowly. Narrator, calm, sharp. In 2025, fashion is fast, digital, and disposable. But one woman is about to remind the world what real power looks like. Quick shots of nervous. Assistants dropping coffee, a boardroom falling into chaos, headlines exploding on screen. She's back. The devil returns. Prada never dies. Miranda's voice again, soft but dangerous. I don't chase trends, I end them. Asterisk narrator. After Miranda Priestly stepped away from Runway magazine, fashion didn't just change, it cracked. The screen shifts to a timeline, Fashion Week events from Paris, New York, Milan, but this time, the front rows are filled with influencers, TikTok stars, and AI-generated models. Style became faster, louder, and less thoughtful. Digital. Clothes replaced real ones. Looks were judged not on craftsmanship, but on likes. Cut to Emily Charlton, now a powerful name in fashion PR, standing in a high-rise office. She watches a viral video of a Gen Z designer mocking the old-fashioned dinosaurs. Emily sighs, turns away, and whispers, "This industry has no memory." We see Runway magazine struggling. Their latest issue sells poorly. The once glamorous office is now minimal and empty. A nervous board member whispers, "We need relevance, or we're finished." Suddenly, a gold envelope lands on Emily's desk. She opens it. No words, just a black card with 3 letters engraved, MP She. Gasps. The coffee in her hand drops. The screen cuts to black. Narrator. They tried to erase her, but legends don't fade. They wait. And when they return, the world watches. Now we see Fashion Week scrambling, designers panicking, influencers deleting posts, news anchors speculating, is Miranda Priestly staging a comeback? Can she survive in the Gen Z world? Or will the devil burn in her own fire? Emily, in a dark car at night, looks out the window. The driver asks, "Are you ready to face her again?" She doesn't answer. Instead, we see her looking at a mirror, and in it, a reflection of her younger self. Terrified, narrator. It's not just a comeback. It's a reckoning, because fashion didn't forget Miranda. It simply lost its backbone. Asterisk the world thought she was gone, that she had faded away into old headlines and fashion history books. But power doesn't retire, it waits. And it watches. Suddenly, a whisper spreads across fashion houses in Paris, New York, and Milan. Designers stop in the middle of fittings. Editors freeze at their desks. Models glance at their phones in disbelief. The devil is returning. It starts with a message, no logo, no signature, just 4 words in bold black letters, "She will see you." Panic sets in. A fashion executive in Paris cancels a press conference. A Gen Z designer storms out of an interview. A young influencer throws her phone across the room. Fear is back, and it's wearing high heels. At Runway HQ, the doors burst. Open, the room goes silent, all heads turn. We see nothing at first, only the sound of clicking heels echoing like a war drum. The camera tilts up. She's back. Miranda Priestly walks in like she never left. No apology, no explanation, just presence. Her coat falls perfectly onto the assistant's arm. Her bag, placed with surgical precision. Her eyes scan the room. Sharp as ever, Emily stares, frozen in place. The same woman who once ran for coffee and cried in bathrooms is now facing the woman who shaped her career and her fear. Miranda's voice is calm, but it cuts like a knife. "I left this place. Standing, and you let it fall into chaos." The boardroom meeting begins. Everyone waits for her to explain why she's back. But Miranda doesn't explain. She commands, "I'm not here to catch up. I'm here to clean up." Flash to a new face. a 20-something fashion tech prodigy named Lila Fox, with millions of followers and a savage tongue. She's the queen of Gen Z couture. Layla smirks in an interview. Miranda Priestly? Cute, but this industry belongs to us now. Cut back to Miranda, calmly flipping through Layla's collection book. She stops at a page, closes it, and says, "If influence was talent, you'd be dangerous, but it's not, and you're not." Boom! The old school and new school are headed for war. The battle begins quietly. Miranda calls back trusted allies. Private calls, closed-door meetings, whispers in elevators. One by one, power shifts. Investors start pulling out of Layla's brand. Journalists mysteriously stop covering her events. The digital fashion scene begins to crumble at the edges. But Miranda's not done. She announces her first post-comeback runway show. No social media invites, no backstage influencers. Only fashion, raw, real, and ruthless. The announcement shakes the industry. Miranda Priestly presents Collection Zero, no hashtags. No filters, just legacy. Meanwhile, Emily faces a choice. Stay loyal to the woman who made her or adapt to survive in a new world. She watches Layla's rise and Miranda's return. She knows. Choosing a side means burning the other. A slow montage shows Miranda standing alone in her studio, old sketches. Fabric swatches, memories, no words, just her eyes, cold and focused. The narrator returns, voice deep and calm. She built an empire, they tried to bury it. Now she's building again, not from the top, but from the ashes. Asterisk, the fashion world has always had rules, lines you don't cross, names you don't disrespect. And at the top of that list has always been Miranda Priestly. Until now, Lila Fox, the young and fearless face of Gen Z fashion, doesn't care about rules. She grew up online, built her brand in hashtags, and climbed the industry not with talent, but with influence. She's bold. She's fast. And she's not afraid of Miranda, Layla in a press interview. Respect? That's for museums. We're here to change everything. Including her. Miranda doesn't answer. She never does. She simply moves. 1 week after Layla's comment, her biggest campaign loses its main sponsor. A major fashion week disinvites her. Brand, a journalist writes, "Is Layla Fox just another flash in the pan influencer?" The war is on. Back at Runway, the air has changed. Veteran editors return. Tailors who left the industry years ago are back in the studio, ironing fabrics with precision, cutting silence with scissors. You can feel the pressure. The quiet is heavier than sound. Narrator. Fashion has always loved youth. But youth has never faced someone like her. Lila hits back harder. She launches a viral fashion challenge online, #BurnTheOld. Influencers wear chaotic, neon designs mocking classic couture. Videos flood the internet, parodying Miranda's old interviews, turning her signature lines into memes. They laugh until they stop laughing because Miranda doesn't play their game. She changes the board. She releases a single photo, one model, one dress, no caption. A black silk piece, hand-stitched, minimal, deadly elegant. The internet freezes. Designers gasp. Editors whisper, "That's not a dress. That's a warning." Emily sits in her office, stuck between two crashing worlds. She remembers her past, when she used to fetch lattes and cry in hallways, but now she's a power player. And power doesn't show fear. Not even to Miranda. She meets with Lila. In secret, the two women stare across a rooftop garden in Manhattan. Wind blowing, silence loud. Lila. Why are you still scared of her? Emily. Because you haven't seen what she can do when she's not holding back. Cut to Miranda standing in her studio, alone, no lights. Just sketches pinned to the walls. Like battle plans, she looks at a design, then rips it down. Not good enough, not sharp enough. She starts over. At her age, she doesn't need to prove anything, but she wants to. Narrator. This isn't just fashion. It's pride, it's legacy, it's war in heels and silk. Lila prepares for her next collection. Loud colors, flashing lights, a generated chaos. The future is hers, she believes. She throws a fashion party with drones, holograms, and virtual guests. The press eats it up. Until Miranda shows up. Uninvited, she walks through the glowing hallway like a ghost of elegance. Everyone stares. Layla tries to act unimpressed, but her voice shakes when she speaks. Leela, you don't belong here anymore. Miranda, smiling. On the contrary, darling, I built this room. The cameras go silent. The old guard is not done yet. In a dramatic montage, we see Miranda's team working all night. Designers hand-sewing under candlelight. Models practicing walks with discipline. Editors rewriting headlines before they publish. It's not nostalgia, it's a movement, and Emily, stuck between her loyalty to Miranda and her envy of Lila's rise, is breaking. She knows she has to choose. Narrator. When legacy and ambition collide, someone always bleeds. And this time, it won't be pretty. The fashion war has reached the red line. It's not about trends anymore. It's not even about runway or social media. It's about who owns the soul of fashion, and only one can walk the final runway. Narrator. Quiet, low. In the end, there is no mercy on the runway. The lights go out. We see a huge fashion venue, empty chairs, silent stage, nothing but darkness and tension. 2 collections, 2 women. One night, on one side, Lila Fox, the Gen Z storm. Her collection is loud, fast, futuristic. AI-generated prints, digital fabrics, models with LED tattoos. The cameras love her, the influencers scream, but behind the flashes, fear creeps in. Her designs are bold, but they aren't hers. They're borrowed, recycled by machines. And she knows it. On the other side, Miranda Priestly, the original queen. Her collection is still hidden. No leaks, no press previews, no hashtags. Just silence. But then, a spotlight hits the stage, and the music starts, slow, classical, and alive. The first model walks out, simple, understated, a black dress with hand-sewn gold vines. The audience gasps. It's not flashy, it's not viral, but it's unforgettable. Narrator. Legacy doesn't shout, it whispers, and the world listens. Each piece tells a story, not of trend, but of soul. A storm of silence rolls over. The room, phones stop recording. People just watch. Backstage, Lila stands frozen. Her team is quiet. Her smile fades. She thought this war was about followers, views, relevance, but what Miranda brings isn't fashion, it's authority. It's art, it's command. Emily walks in, unsure of whose side she's on. But as she watches Miranda's final model walk the stage in a white dress stitched with real pearls, a tribute to Miranda's late mother, who taught her to sew, she understands this isn't just a show. It's a legacy being handed down. Lila tries to make a statement. She storms the runway mid-show, wearing her own design. Cameras rush to capture the moment. Gasps erupt, but Miranda doesn't flinch. She calmly looks at Lila, then turns her head. Narrator. Attention fades. Respect endures. And in that moment, Lila Fox learns the difference between popularity and power. Later that night, Miranda stands alone outside the venue. The wind lifts her hair slightly. She lights a cigarette, an old habit reborn. She watches the city glow beneath her like it's Boeing. Emily walks up behind her. Emily, you did it again. Miranda smirks. I never stopped. Then silence. The screen fades to black. A final quote flashes across the screen. Fashion doesn't change who you are. It reveals who was never real to begin with. Then the final title, The Devil Wears Prada 2, Legacy Isn't Given, It's Taken. Narrator, coming 2025, Bow Down. Or Be Forgotten.